This is the first game I've ever had here, like in this grandstand setup.
Yeah, you're right, well, I was lucky to pull up here last night, so
It'll definitely be on.
yeah.
It'll be on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. What do you do half?
Still trying to get on camera, mate, are you? Getting closer.
I'll just do the official 8, mate. Take a seat. Okay. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Welcome all across the world and Australia for this wonderful round 10 clash of the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 between 8th place Golden Grove with a 3-6 record and Payneham Norwood Union on 5th position with a 4-5 record. This shapes up as a massive clash, a 4-point game with ramifications for both sides. A loss here at home for Golden Grove would see them hovering in the relegation zone, and a win for Payneham Norwood Union would cement themselves in the top 5. Could go either way. There's a game and a half between bottom position Brighton and the 4th position side there in Payneham Norwood Union. Let's get our action underway very shortly. What a wonderful day we have down here at Harpersfield. The first official game to be broadcast from the new grandstand club rooms facility. And my name's Matt Gale, your host this afternoon and main caller. And we've got a special guest straight on the start of our broadcast, and that is the leader of the Liberal Party of South Australia, the Honourable David Spears MP. Thanks for joining us, David.
No, thank you for having me. It's great to be here at Harpersfield today.
What a wonderful occasion it is. We've got a huge amount of noise, exhilarating feeling here at ground level in the grandstand. How long are you around for, mate?
Yeah, I'll be around for the first half of the game today. A bit of split loyalties, really. One of my best mates plays for Payneham, so I've got to give them a nod of the head as well, but obviously here to support the Kookaburras today in this phenomenal new facility, grandstand, club rooms that have been recently completed. It's just fantastic.
It is a state-of-the-art facility. Just want to thank you and the Government of South Australia, as well as the City of Teacher Gully, for all your efforts and supporting and funding and making this wonderful facility available to the people of the Golden Grove Footy Club and any other partners that they've got on board. So, yeah, thank you for all your efforts.
No problem. And Paula Luthen, who was the local MP for 4 years between 2018 and 2022, she was an incessant advocate for this facility, and to see it built and used today, it's just phenomenal.
Just on a personal front, the leader of the opposition, or the leader of the Liberal Party, is a quite a fitting title, and a huge title like that. How long have you been in the hot seat?
2 years now, just a bit over 2 years. And I was the Environment Minister beforehand from 2018 to 2022. So opened reservoirs, banned single-use plastics, looked after national parks and things like that, and now leading the Liberal Party. So it's a big gig for me, a migrant boy from Hallett Cove.
Yeah, we talked earlier off air. You're from Scotland with a Liverpool background. So I'm glad you've been here for, I think it was 22 years.
Yeah, nearly 22 years since Mum and Dad arrived here from Scotland. I was a kid in high school, and we've had a great life here. This is a land of opportunity. Adelaide's a great city, and I've just had the most phenomenal pathway to the top of politics in this state, and I couldn't be more thankful for what this state has given me.
Now, I don't have a political bone in my body, and I never will, but are you going to have a shootout with Mally in the not too distant future for the state title? Is there an election on the table at all?
Almost 2 years till the election, just a little under 2 years, so we'll be putting forward our vision for the state. It's a big gig being the leader of the opposition. You have the opportunity to potentially lead the state, but you've got to put forward ideas for the state at community level and statewide. That's what I'll be doing over the coming months and years.
Excellent, and thank you very much for joining us. I'm glad we got you in early because there's a huge game underway. You did mention that you have a friend playing for Payneham Norwood Union. Who is that particular friend?
So Brett Ansell, he's played for the last 10 years for Payneham. He's now playing for Birdwood. So I have I probably can support the Kookaburras today without worrying about offending him. I'm going to head up to Birdwood to watch the second half of his game later this afternoon after I've watched the first half of the Kookaburras.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. The leader of the Liberal Party of South Australia, the Honourable David Spears, doing an outstanding job for the state, and we wish you all the best with your endeavours in the hot seat and the number one seat in SA. All the best. Thank you very much for joining us.
And go the mighty Kookaburras.
Fantastic. The leader of the opposition and the Liberal Party of South Australia, the Honourable David Spears, joining us, and he's doing fantastic things for the state of South Australia. We've got a huge blockbuster on our hands this afternoon. Last week, Golden Grove got up in a thriller by 2 points away from home. An outstanding and an inspirational win, and a much needed one for their season. When you put things into perspective, they would have been in that hovering of that relegation zone, but now they're in a stronger position to maybe even have a hunt for the top five in the back of the year as we head for home. Last week, unfortunately for Payneham Norwood Union, it wasn't such good news. A 52-point loss at home to the league leaders in Glenunga. So a very difficult game for them, and Golden Grove will be full of confidence heading into this clash. Just looking back at some of the previous clashes that we've had with these two powerhouses the last couple of seasons. In round one of 2024, it was Payneham Norwood Union getting up by 42 points in the season opener. They had a terrific second half and absolutely obliterated Golden Grove off the park after a pretty solid start there from Golden Grove in round one, but Payneham Norwood Union cleaning them up in the second half and running away easy victors. Last year's grand final, 2023 Division 2 grand final, played at the Richmond Oval. It was the Golden Grove Kookaburras getting up by 56 points. Round 10 action last year, same fixture, different division. Division 2, round 10 last year, it was Golden Grove by 41 points. And also for 2 years running in the season opener in 2023 in Division 2, it was the Payneham Norwood Union Falcons by 29 points. I'm expecting this one to be much closer, and as we said, major ramifications for both teams on the line, and a huge 4-point game for both sides, and could be season defining. Unchanged lineup for the first time this season for Golden Grove, which is a huge credit to the club. They've had some injury difficulties throughout the season. So this day will be remembered as an unchanged lineup. And the first time this wonderful facility has been accessed, Will's been in motion for a long time, and it's a finished product. And the local patrons and punters are absolutely loving it here at the moment. For Payneham Norwood Union, 2 outs, Frank Packer and Grant Catalano is a late out and into the side this week for his first game is young Brandon Jackson Martin, a very exciting young Indigenous talent who's come through the North Adelaide ranks and will play up forward for Payneham Norwood Union. And also a late into the side is Felix Scrimger. So we wish him all the best as that late replacement for Grant Catalano. And it looks like we'll have Nick Kelly coming up against Big Tom Robinson. So Pittman and Nunn. What a matchup we've got in the middle between those two if they play on each other all day. Ball thrown up, Kelly up high. Robinson gets his hands on it, goes straight there to Tommy Wagner, who's gone into the middle early doors. Interesting move, being a big utility in there. Kelly gets the hand pass out, goes to Spence. Spence whacks it on the boot, looking for a target. Should trickle out of play. No, it's not. It's kept in. And I think that some indecision with the goal umpire pulling rank there and says it is a throw-in. So Payneham Norwood Union with the first entry inside forward 50. And the ball will be thrown in about 15 from home. Beautiful conditions for football. Will be cold this afternoon. We're chasing a top of 15 degrees. Currently about 12.7 with a westerly of 12 knots. Ball thrown in. Hodges takes it out of the ruck. And they take a mark inside forward 50. No, they can't. And it's well repelled by Thatcher. So Thatcher, 4th best last week and 4th best in the Division 2 Grand Final last year. So switches play on that far side. Love to get their structure behind the ball, Golden Grove. Unfortunately, they've turned the ball over. And a great mark there by Nunn in front of Pittman. A mouth-watering clash we have out there between Pittman and Nunn. Gets it to McKenzie on the trusty left foot. He's under a bit of duress as it gets kicked out, and it's been touched out of bounds. We'll have a throw in 20 from home for Payneham Norwood Union.
Oh, really?
Both sides feeling each other out early. Ball thrown in, Hodges, Robinson gets the tap, comes to ground. Some strong work there at ground level. Should have been holding the ball there. Just Costanjig, not paid. So the Falcons are swooping, going backwards to go forwards. Go to Wagner, gets it on his trusty left foot, high up and under in the direction of Jackson Martin. Can't take the mark. Strong tackling at ground level. They'll have a ball up. 20 from home for Payneham Norwood Union. No score on the Sportal scoreboard. 2 minutes down, first term. Hodges in ruck again. Will apply his forward craft there, Hodges. So they're racing out through Dodd. Pops one over the top. Probably not the right decision in the end. But unfortunately, Mitchell Payne didn't have anyone down the line in particular. And we'll have I think it's come off the shin of the Payneham Norwood Union player. It'll be a free kick to Jacob Templeton. Back into the side last week, the Adelaide Crows top-up play. Goes down the line looking for Robinson and White Patterson. Good punch by the defence there from Payneham Norwood Union. Great hand pass by White Patterson. Chasing that ball's Banfield, right foot snapper, it's a goal! And what a magnificent start for the Kookaburras, drawing first blood. Fantastic work there from White Patterson, and just poked it off the top, knew what was going on, Banwell ran onto it, beautiful right foot snapper from 25, and they've drawn first blood. So Banwell 25 goals in season 2023, and he'd be delighted to get the first one on the board for the home team this afternoon. Sportal scoreboard. Still difficult to see from the far side. I think we're 4 minutes down first term, and it's all Golden Grove, which was a beautiful counter-attack after the ball had been in Payneham Norwood Union's forward line for the first 3 minutes. Kelly gets the tap, goes to Nunn, beautiful tap, streams through the middle, has a bounce, it's gone too far. So Pittman, the recipient of the free kick, is called right back. Pittman on the switch. Goes out wide looking for Payne. Round 6, Bianco Mark of the Week winner was Mitchell Payne. Goes short to Templeton. Templeton goes to the top of the 50, finds Wyatt Patterson, probably too far out to score. He's got Robinson in the pocket, goes in his direction, the big timber. Can't take the mark, ball comes to the ground, McKenzie mops up and willingly takes the ball over the line. So only one forward 50 entry, this is the second one, 1 goal. Payneham Norwood Union doing plenty of attacking early doors. So Slater up in ruck. Had a great month of footy, Slater. Kelly doing the roving. Goes back to Nunn. Nunn whacks it on the left foot. Boot goes towards Robinson. Taps it down. Unfortuitously. Goes to Hodges. Has his boot smothered. Anthropoulos whips that ball out. Could be a free upfield. And I think Anthropoulos will get the free kick. 2 free kicks in a row there. And obviously Anthropoulos will be paid for the first of the indiscretions. So Anthropoulos with the slim, shady type haircut has Payne in the middle of the Harpersfield, decides to go longer in the direction of Slater. 1 on 4. Slater couldn't take the mark. Some great second efforts by Slater. Suffocates that kick. Pittman couldn't pick it up. Some strong tackling there by Slater again. Second effort's been superb by the big man. And Payneham Norwood Union goes to the rescue of the boundary line. Josh Glenn coming off for his first ref, and young Declan Tomney enters the Harpersfield for the first time this afternoon. Very impressive 19-year-old. Slater gets the tap down to Cavallaro. Couldn't get his kick away. Some strong tackling from the Payneham Norwood defence. Going through the middle. One for the foot races here. Some good work there by Kristanjic. Can they settle from here? Kristanjic settles and goals. Has he kicked it? He's happy. And it's a score for Kristanjic. So first goal to Payneham Norwood Union. Went right down to the wire. Mitchell Payne couldn't quite get a tap on it. And Kristanjic kicks the opener for the Payneham Norwood Union Falcons on the Sportals scoreboard. It's 1 goal apiece. 6 minutes down, first term. So both sides making a pretty impressive start. I think Coach Luke Barmby with 130 Central Districts games and a playing life membership for the Kookaburras will be pretty happy, and so would Jeremy Cheney, the former Woodville West Torrens League mid-coach. Ball thrown up, back to the middle. Slater in the ruck now up against Kelly. Slater with second efforts again, gets his snapper to the top of the 50. No mark taken. Good tap on by Templeton to open pastures. Some good recovery there by Dodson. Gets it on to, I think Spence is in the middle there now. Spence gives it to Wagner with the 1-2. So Spence goes short, finds his target. Great mark there by Viney. Wills and delivers. Goes inside forward 50. Fantastic mark. And is paid. That right at the top of the paint. So Tyler Sparkle. 2 goals in last year's grand final. 45 games for Payneham Norwood Union with 34 goals to his career thus far. Sparkle right at the top of the paint. Will need his best kick. It's a left to righter. And a mark on the line to the first gamer. Brandon Jackson Martin. Wonderful judgment. Right place, right time to kick his first with his first kick for Payneham Norwood Union in their league team. So right on the goal line, should have no issues with the distance, only accuracy. He's on a slight angle. 37 games for North Adelaide and their juniors and Magoos. First kick in A-grade footy for Payneham Norwood Union. He's drilled it. So Brandon Jackson Martin kicks his first, and they've come from all avenues on the Harpersfield to congratulate him. Well done to the young fella. He's had a tough season. Started the season out with North Adelaide reserves. Got best on in their trial game against the league side has fielded between Ross Trevor, old collegians in Division 2, now out with Payneham Norwood Union with one of his best mates in Jack Hodges, and slots through. What a wonderful confidence booster for the young man, 20 years old. So Slater's been giving plenty thus far in the ruck, the 2023 Division 6 medalist. So the backup ruckman doing the damage now. Slater up against Hodges. Ball comes to the ground. Pittman could have been taken high, not paid. Giannini whacks it on the boot. Gets it to the top of the paint. Some good raving. Jackson Martin again. Slots to his second in a minute. Unbelievable. Pure magic there from Jackson Martin. And he's got 2 on the trot. Some wonderful work in the middle. And they're moving the ball very, very quickly. Silkiness by Payneham Norwood Union. And all of a sudden, it's 3 straight. Payneham Norwood Union. Golden Grove with the 1 on the board. 10 minutes down. First term. Huge start there by Jackson Martin. Watch this space. Electrifying. Some umpire may have found a free kick. There's an infringement here. I don't know how or where. But Giannini will be the recipient of an off-the-ball incident. Giannini pumps it inside forward 50. Goes in the direction of Jackson Martin. He's got another one. Kenny kicked 3 goals in 2 minutes. This is a scintillating start here from Jackson Martin and the Falcons. Probably the best burst of football I've seen at this level in a year and a half of calling it. If Jackson Martin can slot through his 3rd in 2 minutes. Huge start. Very deliberate approach as he enters the tarmac. We'll need a kick from just inside the paint, one would feel. Deliberate approach. As he slotted it, just drifts to the right for a minor score. And the first blemish on the Sportal scoreboard. Payneham Norwood Union 3-1-19. Golden Grove 1 straight 6. 12-minute mark. First term. So Golden Grove on the back foot as we speak. They play on through Shenton. Comes out to our grandstand side. And punched away from Hodges. So a little bit flat-footed at the moment, Golden Grove. They need to get their skates on. We know Slater won't die wondering. He's been instrumental this season, particularly the last month. Ball goes over the head of both ruckmen. Hodges gets a secondary tap. Only goes as far as Glenn and then through Pittman. Goes towards Tomney. Strong attack on the ball. Glenn weaving some magic. Great work. Goes towards Lewis Johnson. Got a couple on. Gives the look away. Picking up the ball. Banwell, our previous goal kicker, goes to Cavallaro under enormous amount of duress. So they clean it up quickly. Playing with Norwood Union. And they're on the run. Going through Nunn. Nunn squares it through the middle. Goes through Nye, the captain. Straight on the chest of Tommy Wagner. So some outstanding ball movement through Nunn. Nye, the captain, and now Wagner. Wagner, 17 goals to his name this season, 6th on the leading goal kicker tally. Beautiful left foot peg. Goes on a bit of an arc. He's very happy the result. They've got 4 on the board. Payneham Norwood Union rocketing this first quarter 4-1-25. Golden Grove 1 straight, 13-minute mark, first term. So huge start here from Payneham Norwood Union. The Falcons are up and about, and a shell-shocked Golden Grove home crowd at the moment. We'll need some inspiration from somewhere. Back to the middle. Slater and Hodges to fight it out in the middle again. Tap by Slater, gets it to Johnson, almost a drop kick, old-fashioned job. Gets it out there towards Lynn. Goes back to Cavallaro. Thumps it inside forward 50. Deep entry in the direction of White Patterson. Couldn't quite take the mark. Had front position. Looks like he's done his knee, White Patterson. And a big huge for Golden Grove if he goes down. Worked by Slater. Couldn't quite take the grab. Cavallaro gets it out towards Lewis Johnson. Sweeping hand pass. Goes in the direction of Banwell. Can it sit up for him? Templeton can't get it. Josh Glenn. Beautiful kick. Is that the goal of the day? There's your snags. Joshua Glenn, 1 kilo of snags. What a wonderful goal. And there's your snag of the day. Josh Glenn will be taking home the Jag Meatworks. I'll tell you what, he might also take home the Born to Build goal of the week for the Adelaide Footy League, brought to you by Wakefield Sports Clinic. And there's your inspiration if you ever wanted to see it, Joshua Glenn. Difficulty level off its charts. And unfortunately, White Patterson still down with what could be a season-ending knee injury. His knee buckled in that contest, had a strong juxtaposition, couldn't take the mark, and it's buckled underneath him. We could have a massive stoppage of play here to get him off the ground. Just while we got some time up our sleeve, we didn't get a chance to really go through some of our sponsors before the start of this clash. All this today's broadcast partners, Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. And a big shout out to Classic Clashes, our match day sponsor, Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. The media truck is now live and operating right across Australia, the first of this kind. Sportal screen on the side, all the commentating facilities, broadcasting a multitude of events, including sports of all types, community events, film nights, and much, much more. The trucks will be available very soon, and in 2025 you can get a sponsorship and collaboration places with naming rights and advertising options at your disposal. So big thank you to Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. Big thank you also to the Adelaide Footy League for broadcasting all Division 1 clashes. The Sportal scoreboard, also brought to you by Han Ultra Low Carb. Great taste, Ultra Low Carb, how good. Filming Footy with their wonderful footy stats, powered by Dartfish. Farmers Leap, the Coach of the Week award will be awarded this week again to a coach of any of the 7 divisions. Best on ground honours this afternoon will receive the Archie Thongs. Get a massage while you're having a trot around your local footy club or down the beach in summer. And the snag of the day, well, we can already put that down to Joshua Glenn. That is sponsored by the Jag Meatworks at the Arndale Shopping Centre. Who will jag the snag of the day? His name is Joshua Glenn. He will get the voucher and collect the kilo of delightful gourmet sausages down there at Arndale. And terrible scenes as White Patterson, with his 6th game of the season, unfortunately getting stretchered off. We hope and wish him all the best, and hopefully it's not a season-ending knee injury. He's in a world of pain and he might need the green whistle pretty shortly. So play delayed for quite some time, about 5-6 minutes, which you suspect. And White gets the clap from the local faithful as he is stretched off. We're back to the middle. Robinson up against Kelly. Kelly gets the tap. Comes out the back towards Sanzo. Only knows one way, Sanzo. Some strong tackling there on Matty Nunn. So Joshua Glenn's been swung into the middle of the ground. Nunn getting plenty of it early doors. Some good work there by Altamore. Kelly high up and under, goes in the direction there. Sorry of Cristangi, couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Cristangi has had it for an eternity and he's eventually caught holding the ball. And Slim Shady, Xanthopoulos is the recipient of the free kick. He's got Dot on short, dangerous kick. Could have been intercepted twice and eventually was. Viney whips out a hand pass to Sparkle. Sparkle goes along to Jackson Martin, couldn't take the mark, ball comes to ground. Shenton using his wealth of experience. They switch it out through Hable. Hable goes in the direction there of Blades. No mark taken. Still recovery time here for Payneham Northern Union. Goes back to Nunn. Right foot snapper, drills it. So unfortunately, this is getting a little bit out of hand for the local team. Still, it's only a 19-point buffer, and on the Sportal scoreboard, it is Payneham Norwood Union 5-1-31, Golden Grove 2 straight. We are 20 minutes down in this first term. And just a desperate, more hungrier Payneham Norwood Union at the moment. So they'll be down to 2 rotations on the bench from here and in Golden Grove. As Hassick just goes back into defence. Pittman's still on the pine. Robinson to go up against Kelly. Kelly started well. Big man Robinson will be looking to inject himself into the game. Goes out the back of the stoppage. Clearance again to Payneham Norwood Union through Campbell. Ball punched away from Jackson Martin. Some strong tackling again there on Knight. Right at the top of the paint. We'll have a ball up. So pressing towards time on first term. Gets to Glenn. Clears the ball. Gets the true centre half forward. No mark taken. Ball comes to ground. A great attack on the ball there by Shirley. Overruns the pill, and Lim couldn't quite get a hand on it. End up kicking out of the contest. It was a touch ball, goes to the hands of Mackenzie, one of the best quarterbacks in the Adelaide Footy League. Beautiful looking ball, but it's intercepted. Looks like Heath's got the ball. Kicks right in the heart of the Harpers field to Lewis Johnson. He's got to switch out wide to Mitchell Payne. Having a fantastic season, Mitchell Payne. Goes with a long, deep ball inside forward 50. No mark. Uncontested mark in the end to Brad McKenzie, who just drifted across. So I cut the short option. He's only got Viney on the 45 and ends up going to him. Powerfully built Viney. So Viney with about 110 games of SANFL football right through all the ranks there for both sides. So they switch out of defence through Dodson. And Slater, powerful mark by the big man he plays on. Got one on short, finds Glenn. Plays on, he's got one in the square, goes to Benwell. Kicks his second. So the Kookaburras pounce back. Electrifying start here at Harpersfield, and on the Sportal scoreboard, Payneham Norwood Union 5-1-31. Golden Grove 3 goals straight, 18, 13-point margin, time on, first term. High class game thus far. All the action brought to you by Classic Clashes, Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. Robinson and Kelly to recommence in the ruck. Kelly gets the tap. Going to have to work out something with Nunn, free downfield. Nunn's got a stack of it thus far, not appreciating the little raw to do there with the pit dog Pittman. And his umpires end up calling it back. So no advantage upfield. And he hasn't gone behind his mark, says the umpire. Anyone can work that out. A little bit cheeky there from Matty Nunn. 182 games for the Norwood Footy Club. Puts a chiseler in, goes over the heads of both players. So some mopping up work there at the back. Unfortunately, Heath's turned it over. They're going in the direction of Hodges, and the turnover has been a bit costly so far, maybe on the scoreboard as well. So Jack Hodges with only 1 goal in his last 3 outings. 13 goals for the 2024 season. And 34 games for North Adelaide in both the reserves and underage fixtures. Hodges with the right angle for a right footer. Deliberate approach. Lovely looking kick off the boot. As he's just drifted it to the left for a minor score. Sportal scoreboard 5-2-32. Golden Grove 3 straight 18. 24 minutes down first term. So Golden Grove need a late one here to take the ascendancy into quarter time. Beautiful left foot kick out from full back. It's one for the high fly. I think Jackson Martin's been paid. He has. What a brilliant start by the young fella, looking to play on immediately. Needs to push off his mark. Ends up going short into the pocket, right on the 50-metre arc to Giannini. So very impressive start from Jackson Martin. One hanger, 2 goals, and could have had a third. Beautiful mark, uncontested to Hodges. Wow, what a mark. So too much firepower up forward at the moment to the Payneham Norwood Union. And Hodges gets his lick of the ice cream. Pretty much straight in front. He's drifted it to the right. So a let off for the Golden Grove Kookaburras as Hodges just looked to guide that one through. And a missed opportunity they'll absolutely rue, as will Coach Cheney. So playing on through the full-back kick-in, going out to the members' side. Good punch from Robinson. We'll see this out of play. Superb start here at Harper's Field. Great tap by both ruckling, both trying to get their hands on it. Kelly looking to do the roving now. Puts a boot in there. They poke one out. Some good hand passing there by Spence. Gets it back in the 1-2. Goes in direction there. Mitchell Payne couldn't quite get that fingertip. It kicks off the ground. Fortuitously lands in the lap of Hable. Umpire says not 15. And he'll ball it up. So closing stages, first turn, ball thrown up. Good tap there by Hodges. Umpire's found a free kick. Looks like for a high tackle. Can't quite see who's the recipient of that free kick. I think it must be for Stanjig, or is it Altamore? It is Altamore. So left footer, got some class about him. Altamore drifts to the right. Altamore getting our round 6 Bianco Mark of the Week winner. So Dodd does the kick-in duties, goes short, dangerous kick, ends up finding Glenn. Recovers, plays on, goes out wide, no mark taken in the direction. Jumping back on the ball. Some solid work there at ground level by both teams. Pressure meters right up. And the ball's run over the boundary line for a throw in. True centre wing, far side. 27-minute mark first time. This should go beyond 30 minutes this quarter. Having lost 5 or 6 solid minutes there as White Patterson was stretch it off. Could have been a free kick and ruck. Manhandle there was Robinson, not seen by the umpire. Goes to Tomney. Jabs one inside forward 50. Dangerous kick. Here's Cavallaro. Loves a goal. Left foot snapper will need a good bounce. Has he got it? He has! Cavallaro says your snags aren't quite available. Josh Clint with a beautiful left foot snapper. And we've had an absolute goal fest down at Harper's Field first term. Sportal scoreboard. Payneham Norwood Union 5-4, 34. Golden Grove 4 straight, 24. 10-point margin. Deep into time on first term. Wonderful skill set from both sides. We've got an absolute ripper on our hands here for classic clashes. Josh Clem with the old school torpedo. Slater, beautiful mark. He could just about dob this, Slater. Goes in the direction there of... Go Templeton. Gives it out to Pittman. The pit dog. Just goes across the face for a minor score. First blemish for Golden Grove. Slater very disciplined, could have had a shot, the big man. He probably would have made the distance. Decided not to. McKenzie to do the kick-in duties. Probably the best kick in from full back we've got in this wonderful Adelaide Footy League. Goes in the direction of Viney, Johnson, Payne and Robinson. Ball comes to ground. Lewis Johnson almost sneaks away with that one. Good to see young Declan Tumley's dipped the lip in the Milo 10 this morning. Got a fresh new mustachio on the lip. That one's kicked out of bounds on the full. So can they get one last crack in this first term, Golden Grove, to finish off an exhilarating first term? So ball held up as the ball kicked back in. I think they've lost the ball on the old club rooms. That's the hold up reasoning. So switching, going backwards. Habel's got Payne on. Goes shorter to Dodd. Risky kick, paid off in the end. Beautiful skills from Dodd to Banwell. It's got Lewis Johnson on. Commands the ball. Gives it to him. Johnson's got a driving ball deep inside forward 50. Templeton with a juggler and a potential Bianco Mark of the Week contender. Well, the former NT Thunder, Adelaide Crows top-up player, needs to step up in the absence of White Patterson, and he has. Pretty close to the quarter-time siren. Templeton should drill this. And he's drifted it. Just got the better of him in the moment there. So a let off, which would have put them just the 3 points down at quarter time, Golden Grove. McKenzie goes to Scrimger. Samuel Scrimger just boxed in his back pocket. Scrimger goes long down the line. It's got Wagner there. Can't take the mark. Oh, the pit dog's getting angry, the little pit dog. I'll tell you what, Matty Nunn is going to earn every possession this afternoon if he's got the pit dog on. Got him on a leash. Good mounts there to Bramwell. Gets it to Cavallaro. Could have been taken high. Not seen by the umpire. Goes back to Bramwell. He's third for the quarter. And fades late. So Sportal scoreboard. We've got a 7-point margin. 31 minutes down. First term. Golden Grove rushing to the finish line of the first quarter. And we've got a blood rule. And I think it's Matty Nunn. He might have got a bit of a scratch from the pit dog. I'm sure Pittman's going to make Matty Nunn earn every possession and follow him the whole length of this field. So Golden Grove with a really strong structure behind the ball here. McKenzie goes long, looking for Vine. He goes over his head. So Lewis Johnson not beyond him here. He's about 70 from home. Got Tomney in the pocket. Goes to Glenn. So maybe one last foray inside forward 50 here for Golden Grove. Can they get another late goal? Kick the last 2 goals of this game. It's good work there by Scrimger. Rushes it down that line. Goes in the direction of Hodges. Can't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Some strong work there by Habel. So Thatcher. So good work there by Thatcher. Thatcher receiving the free kick with a strong tackle on Altamore. So Thatcher goes inside 50 with a searching ball. Strong mark, beautiful mark. And he looks like he's come down injured here. Dodson with a beautiful mark. Courageous pack mark by Dodson. Cavallaro not happy he couldn't make that contest in time. So Dodson asked to play on, and he does. Goes towards Kelly and Viney. Viney uses Kelly as his step ladder. The trickles out of bounds, and it's quarter time at Harpers Field. What a magnificent start to this round 10 clash. 8th place Golden Grove taking on 5th place Payneham Norwood Union. Massive We're going to bring back all the second quarter actions after these key messages. Sound okay? Welcome back. Second quarter action about to get underway here at Harpersfield, and what a magnificent first quarter. Scored a scoreboard. Payneham Norwood Union 5-4-34. Golden Grove 4-3-27. Let's go to the goal kickers, and leading the way for the Payneham Norwood Union side is Jackson Martin, young Brandon Jackson Martin. First game at the level, 2 goals, kicked 2 in a minute basically. Singles also to Tommy Wagner, Matty Nunn and Joseph Kristanzig. And for Golden Grove, Jed Bamwell with 2 as well. Also singles to Cavallaro and Joshua Glenn. Joshua Glenn with an absolute ripping snag of the day, which is brought to you by Jag Meatworks at Arndale. Big thank you to Filming Footy and Sports Interactive. And also Classic Clashes, bringing you all the action, celebrating grassroots greatness. Adelaide Footy League round 10 action between Golden Grove, 8th position, and Payneham Northern Union, 5th. Ball thrown up. It's good work there by Wagner. Taken down, but they stream out of that centre clearance. Strong mark at the back here, not taken. Ball comes to ground. Payne strongly tackled. Comes off the shin there of Christanzig. And not paid by either umpire. Matt Stewart with the hands up in the air for Detroit. I love this city. No free paid. Almost impossible for the umpires. The game has been played at a scintillating speed. Struggling to keep up the match day officials. So ball thrown in. It'll be Hodges and Robinson. Robinson just getting a tug on the Guernsey. Hodges giving away the free kick. So Robinson, the recipient of the free kick. Battled manfully in the first quarter. Taking a while to get going, goes in the direction of Slater in a 1-on-2. Can't take the mark, ball comes out the back. It's a good work by Shirley. Strong tackle by Cavallaro. Ball's taken out of bounds. Brad McKenzie not overly happy with the attention he's sought out as he's taken over the boundary line. Sportal scoreboard absolutely lit up in the first turn. Robinson manhandled again at the back there by Kelly. Demanding front position now, Robinson, which is great to see. Goes in the direction of Anthopoulos. Off the ground there was Rahui. And Dodd's been taken to the ground by Jed Spence. We'll have a ball up. Left half forward for Payneham Northern Union, looking to strike first blood second turn. Gets the tap down to Cavallaro. Kicks off the ground. Pittman looking for a free kick, and he doesn't normally look for them. So the pit dog not having it all his own way at the moment, trying to work himself into the contest willingly. Good tap by Robinson, goes to Spence. Umpire's found a free kick to Kelly in the ruck. No, it's gone to Nunn. So Pittman giving another one away to Nunn. Finds the chest of Viney. Beautiful kick from Nunn. Exceptional skills. And Viney. 11 goals so far this season from his 6 games. And 68 goals from 44 games for the club. Viney, right on the 50-metre arc. Just drifts early and stays that way for a minor score. First score on the Sportal scoreboard in this second term. And it's a minor score to Payneham Northern Union. Dodd does the kick-in duties. And goes short in the pocket. Golden Grove always happy to chip the ball around out of their defence. Goes long down the line. No mark taken. Ball comes to the ground. Some strong tackle brought on by Robinson. Just rips it out of the contest. Pittman off the ground. Some smart work through the Payneham Northern Union defence. McKenzie goes to Nunn. Starting to queue up. Entry inside forward 50. Goes to Jackson Martin. Can't get it out. He's done like a dog. Dangerous tackle. And Jackson Martin gets up very gingerly. So Hasiak giving away the free kick. Jackson Martin looking very, very gingerly. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take this kick. So a bit of confusion here. Jackson Martin told to come back over his mark. So a free kick for a dangerous tackle. Jackson Martin, he might have to leave the field very shortly if he can't hold himself together here, the young fella. He's got a Dennis Lilly run up. Now going with a deliberate approach, lining up for his third. Man on the mark, Payne's about 30 from home. Jackson Martin kicks from 40. And he drills it for the first one of this second term. Jackson Martin, what a start. 3 goals in this opening half. He's an interesting size, plays tall, plays small. Very slippery and dangerous at ground level. I think he must have a cork thigh. Not big on the legs in the weights department, but when you've got a leap like he does, you don't really need him. So first goal of this second quarter on the Sportal scoreboard. 5 minutes down after 9 goals in the opening term. It's taken 5 minutes to get their first of this second term. Robinson gets the secondary tap. Goes towards... end up getting it out there to Pittman. Goes to Johnson. Probably not his best decision. Looking to switch the ball out. Goes to Kelly. Kelly just bides his time, pushes off his mark. Got Spence in the middle. Goes longer in the direction of Viney. Could drift out the back to him. Goes over his head in the end. Some good work there by Hable. Sees the ball out of play. So seesawing affair. Golden Grove looking to get the next goal. Stay right in touch with the Falcons. Robinson's hand passes deflected. Kelly whacks it on the boot. Goes to Payne. Umpire's seen a free kick. And the Kookaburra supporters absolutely loving that with a bit of a bronze cheer. So plays on now, Payne goes to Tomney, drifts over his head and out of bounds for last possession. Wagner on his left boot, good work by Johnson. And Pittman got none on the leash, the pit dog. So Matty Nunn and Lewis Johnson, former teammates, just have a couple of kind words to each other as Tomney gets involved with the Pittman-Nunn contest. Almost a falcon there to Robinson. Not 15 play on, calls the umpire. Wagner just needs to get through this contest. This time Pittman's the recipient of the free kick. Jed Spence getting him high. So good kick by Pittman, goes towards Joshua Glenn. Gets on his trusty left boot. Probably too far out from home. Kicking uphill as well. Long drifting ball to the top of the square. Cavallaro couldn't take the mark. They're in recovery mode now. Cavallaro, can he sneak in there? Loves this situation. Good work by Slater. Beautiful hand pass. Drifts to the right. So unfortunately no reward for effort for the home team. And the Kookaburras getting their first score of this second term, and it's a minor score. Sportal scoreboard 6-5-41. And Golden Grove 4-3-27. So a 14-point margin. And they wouldn't want this to drift any further, Golden Grove. Anything beyond 20 points is going to be a fair margin, particularly come the second half. So McKenzie kicks into the pocket. Love this short jab, goes to Hodges, far side, no mark paid there. Good recovery from Hodges. Streaming through the middle, Payneham Norwood Union. Drifts out wide, Viney in open space. And somehow he's got off the chain here, Viney. Should go back and have a shot. He's got the kick in him, in his repertoire. So Viney just got away from his defender. 15 metres in the clear, uncontested. And Viney will line up for his first. Kicks right on the 50-metre arc. Absolute ripper of a kick from Viney. And he kicks his first. So the Sporters scoreboard now drifting out to a 19-point margin. Payneham Norwood Union 7-5, 44. Sorry, 7-5, 47 to Golden Grove 4-4, 28. 19-point margin. Heading towards the halfway mark of this second term. Big thank you to the opposition leader of South Australia, the leader of the Liberal Party of South Australia, the Honourable David Spears MP, joining us before this clash started. Robinson gets the tap, almost needs to do the roving as well. Glenn, strong tackling. on Giannini. And we'll have a repeat stoppage. Robinson, yeah, he's got one around the neck there, Robinson. Free kick to the big man. Been much better in this second term. Gives it off to Johnson. Strong kick inside forward 50. Cavallaro! What a ripping mark there by the little man. Playing as a big man. So Cavallaro loves playing above his height. And for someone who's a Collingwood 6-footer, he can take a leap. So Cavallaro had a ripping goal of the week contender in the first quarter with a left foot snapper, lining up for his second and a much needed goal for the Kookaburras. Takes his time, aims, steady, sprays. And hits the top of the goal post for out of bounds on the full. So they'll be ruining that opportunity. Cavallaro, his own hardest critic. Ball kicked into Spence. Been busy, Spence. Umpire should have called into play on there. He's drifted off his mark, and he does now. So Spence drifts out to the far side to a 1-on-3. Strong mark in the end there taken by Blades. Blades kicks inside forward 50. They've got a couple at the top of the paint. Almost raffled it off. So it's Tomney. Maybe too far out to score. Now he's going for home. He's indicated, I'm going for home, lads. Clear the goal line. He's going to have to take Declan Tomney, the 19-year-old's best kick. Plenty of purpose in the run-up. Gets his heart rate down. Ends up getting close to the man on the mark. Gives it everything. It's going to drift late. Not going to get the distance. Mark taken to Templeton. Ended up being uncontested in the end. Templeton just judged it superbly. He's already taken a really strong mark in the first quarter, unrewarded though. He's got 3 on the mark, so he can't really play on. Goes back with a more of a deliberate approach. Tough kick for a right footer. Templeton needs this goal. Kicks truly. Great goal to Templeton. And a much needed goal for the Kookaburras. So hopefully we've got a foray of goals coming up, because it's been a very slow and steady second term. Golden Grove getting there first for the quarter through Templeton. And on the Sportal scoreboard, it's Payneham Norwood Union 7-5-47. Golden Grove Kookaburras 5-4-34. And we are 12 and a half minutes down, second term. Magnificent to be here this afternoon in this tremendous new facility for the Golden Grove Footy Club. And that is a coat hanger if you've ever seen one. So Altamore gets his head taken off. Gets on that trusty left foot, goes to the left half forward to Viney. Good punch there by Payne. They should have been holding the ball on Giannini, not paid. They've got an overlap here through Sparkle. Goes towards the back of this pack. Just trying to pick it up. Died under a huge amount of pressure from Wagner. And just wheels and deals over the boundary line for a throw-in. Sparkle probably could have done a little bit more with that kick inside forward 50, but very threatening at the same time. Robinson commands front position, ball comes to ground. Pressure meter has gone up since this Golden Grove goal. And as you suspect, entering the halfway mark of the second term, so it should be. Wagner takes it out of the ruck. His kick is smothered, goes to Johnston, whacks it on the boot, inside out, torpedo. Hodges almost takes a mark on Mackenzie. Banwell's ball is smothered. And they're up and about, the Payneham Norwood Union boys, celebrating everything from a smother through to a goal. The Bronx cheers are well and truly heard across the Harpers field. So thrown in, Hodges up against Robinson. Robinson gets the tap. Joshua Glenn almost overruns, but tries to get it back. Johnson can't quite pick it up. Held to him. He's going to be done. Has come out of the contest. Altamore whacks it on the left boot. Umpires found a free kick for a push. So Wagner pushing out Thatcher, I think, in the contest. Goes to Shenton. So Shenton, 34 years old on AFL Grand Final leave. Goes to Slater, goes straight through his hands. Tomney can't grab it. And they would have been off to the races there through Johnson and or Tomney, but couldn't keep control of the ball. Ball will be thrown in right in front of the brand new grandstand here at Harpersfield. So crowd starting to get heavily involved. It's good work there by Heath in ruck against Hodges. Heath the second ruck down rather than using Slater. Shenton's up as the third man up. Ball's tapped and smothered out of that contest. Cavallaro just couldn't quite pick it up. Ends up running the ball out of play. There's the two Italians, Giannini and Cavallaro walking over together. Strong work there by Shenton, great leadership. Goes to Glenn, streams out of the clearance, goes deep, goes towards Robinson. The big man can't take the mark. Tomney, great work there by Dodson, weaving some magic. Goes through Shirley. On the far side there to Matty Nye, the captain of the Falcons. He's got Giannini on short on the 45, and he's got the 45 on the outside there, and goes to Scrimger. So Felix Scrimger, his brother, a late in for Catalano. Scrimger goes towards Trusanar forward in the direction of Jackson Martin, can take the mark. Some good work there by Payne. Goes to Shenton, to Johnson, go back to Shenton. Batman and Robin show. They poke it over the top towards Heath. Just needs a kind bounce. He gets it. Almost running on the spot. There was Heath with a helicopter, Stephen Kernahan style. The mark's taken by Dodson. So Dodson got one on short there, and Mac Haynes ignores that target. Also got Campbell on short. Decides go longer to a 1-on-2. Lewis Johnson uncontested in the end. You should use that weapon and go long. Goes to Joshua Glenn. He's bowled over. Templeton dishes out. Goes to Lim. Drifts it across the face of goals for a minor score. Well, that would have absolutely lifted the roof off this new grandstand if Alexander Lim had kicked that goal. First game in 672 days back in round 8 in the A grade. So almost 17 and a half minutes down, second term. Goals have dried up for both teams. McKenzie, beautiful kick, couldn't quite hit his target. Slater goes short. His ball's intercepted on the mark. Goes towards Wagner in the turnover. Jackson Martin overruns the ball. Some hard work there in the middle. Pressure meter's gone right up through this Harpersfield new grandstand roof. Goes to Jackson Martin, gets on his bike. Slicing ball towards Wagner. Beautiful mark. And a courageous one at that. Dangerous kick from Jackson Martin. Had two players on. And Wagner just drifted beautifully across the contest with a courageous mark. And will have a shot on goal for his second. So Anthopoulos is about 40 metres out on the mark. Should imagine that Tommy Wagner will have no issues with the distance. Beautiful kick he is. Gets on that left foot on his bike. Beautiful looking kick from Wagner. And he kicks his second. So Wagner with 19 goals for the 2024 season. He's a dangerous proposition. And a nice little bit of flair there from Jackson Martin setting up the goal. And it's 3-1 in this second term. Golden Grove needing to strike next, you'd imagine. On the Sportal scoreboard, 8-5, 5-5, 18-point margin. 20th minute mark of this second term. Back to the middle, Heath up against Kelly. Kelly gets the tap, only as far as Pittman. The little pit dog gets on that left foot, goes to the direction of Lim. Can't take the ball with him. Neither could Banwell. Some good work there by Banwell. And he's held up about 40 metres from home for the Kookaburras, who just love this next goal. Slater, Kelly. Ball comes out of the contest. Lewis Johnson should lead all comers in the foot race. Ball hounds up for him. Goes to Hasiak. Got one on the pocket. Does it stay in? It does. Centimetre perfect from Hasiak. Goes to Jed Banwell. He's already got 2 to his name in the first term. Hits the hot spot. Slater comes in late, claims it. I think he's paid 2. Great work by Big Slater. The 2023 Div 6 medalist. Built like a brick outhouse and plays just as well. So Slater will line up for goal number 1. Kicked 3 last week. It was very crucial in the 2-point victory against Tea Tree Gully away last week. Umpires found a 50-metre penalty. So there's been some creeping over the mark. Not real sure, but Slater got the guaranteed goal and a much-needed one. So goals are plenty here at Harpers Field. And the Sportal scoreboard lights up for the Kookaburras. As we head into time on the Sportal scoreboard, it's 8-5, 53, to Golden Grove, 6-5, 41. We're 21 minutes down, second turn. So Kelly and Heath back in the middle. Kelly gets the easy tap in the end. Going far as Joshua Glenn. Wheels and deals, gets on his opposite foot. Goes towards Slater. Strong mark by McKenzie, standing tall. McKenzie goes in the direction of Campbell. Drifts over well. Goes through the middle to Rahui. Oh! Connor Dodd almost taking the mark of the year. Contender for Bianco. Could have easily dislocated an elbow there, Connor Dodd. He's got up well, the big man, thankfully. As Hasiak is the recipient of a free kick. We're more worried about Dodd there at the moment because that was an absolute rise. Something in the air this afternoon, the altitude's about. Jag Meatworks snags of the day being kicked. Heath pushed out of that contest and rightfully receives the free kick. A little bit confused there, Adam Heath. Pushes back off his mark, goes down the line. Bit wasteful with that kick there. Lands right on the chest of Dodson. So Dodson playing a great game in defence for the Falcons. He's been in their best, he's their best player last week, Dodson. Goes to Viney, almost chisels it, the big man. Worked by Josh Glenn. They've turned it over, however. Spence gets it back off the smother. Xanthopoulos has got some work to do and holds it up. Heath and Kelly. Kelly gets the tap. Goes out the back to Matty Nunn. Almost tripped. Beautiful little left pegger. Good punch by Dodd. Oh, Salton Candy was Lewis Johnson. Lewis Johnson, the Candy Man. Good work by Banwell. She's game on here. One for the foot race. Little Lim Dog. Can Limmy hold up? He's coming up against McKenzie. Beautiful work. Strong tackling. So some inspirational work at ground level. And I think Declan Tomney has almost come off a little bit worse for wear. It's good work at ground level. Pittman almost peeled off the ball. Back on, umpire says my ball, boys. We'll have another crack at it. So time on. Second term, King Golden Grove get another one before the halftime buzzer. Goes towards Tomney. Has a kind bounce, needs some support. And he's held up about 30 to 35 from home. Outstanding first half. Goals are plenty. Plenty of speed, high flying, goals. We've had everything here this afternoon. So Shirley just sits under it. I'm not sure if that ball was smothered. I think it was. And ball held up right at the top of the square there for Golden Grove. A little bit of Ratazar out the back there. Temper starting to flare. We've got a yellow card. Haven't seen too many of them this season. I'm not sure who's received it. Let's wait for that player to leave the Harpers field. We've got a yellow, or is that a blood rule? Definitely looked like a yellow. And it looks like we've got a 25-metre penalty as a result. The only one coming to the bench there is Josh Glenn. So he may be the recipient of this yellow card. He's taking his time. Yeah, it looks like Josh Glenn has been given the yellow card for some high contact maybe, or a little bit of a couple of little jumper punches out the back there. Anyway, back to the action. It's McKenzie on that beautiful left foot, finds Kelly. So Kelly played out at Anglevale in the Adelaide Plains last year. His first year at Payneham Norwood Union. He's having a great day this afternoon. Dobbed with some strong body work. Ball comes to ground. Cavallaro is absolutely eating some ground there from the cricket pitch. Right on the edge of the cricket pitch, mind you. Cavallaro. He's got Lewis Johnson out the back. Hasiak as well. They're looking to switch out. Probably gone to the wrong side, one would feel. That ball's punched away from Blades ever so easily. So 26 and a half down, first term. Heath and Kelly. Heath gets the tap, and as far as none, had plenty of this leather this afternoon. Pops one over the top. Strong tackle, fierce tackle indeed, and held up on that left forward flank for Golden Grove. Be looking to get a late goal. Take that ascendancy into the second half. Goes towards Johnson over his head. Some good work there through the middle, streaming through. Wagner over his head. Strong mark taken by Mitch Payne. You know what you're going to get with Mitch Payne is a nice man who gives his all on the field for his side. Very passionate team member. And he's probably received a few Team Man of the Year awards, I'd imagine, over his journey. There's the half-time siren. And as the youngsters head out to Harpers Field to have a bit of a kick and a catch, we'll look at the Sportal half-time scoreboard, which reads Payneham Norwood Union 8-5, 53, and Golden Grove Kookaburras 6-5, 41. We'll quickly go through the goal kickers before we head to our half-time break. And for Payneham Norwood Union, what a scintillating start from Brandon Jackson Martin. His first A-grade game for Payneham Norwood Union. 3 first-half goals. He's been superb and a real opportunist forward. And he's quick as a flash and can take a spectacular mark as well. Tommy Wagner with the 2. He's had a terrific first half. Singles to Matty Nunn with leather poisoning. Joseph Kostanjic and Harrison Viney, big Harry Viney, slotting through the last goal of the second half for the PNU Falcons. Whilst over at the Golden Grove Footy Club, Jed Banwell's got 2. Singles also to Josh Clem with the Jag Meatworks goal of the day. He got the beautiful snag of the day there. Brought to you by Jag Meatworks, and he'll get the kilo of the gourmet sausages if we can already write that one off. A close second was Cavallaro, who kicked a beautiful left foot snapper. Slater with a single, and also Templeton, who has looked dangerous but has kicked 1 goal too. Could have easily had 3 on the board, which would give us an even tighter scoreline. Outstanding first half. Round 10 Adelaide Footy League Division 1 action. We'll come back for the second half after these key messages. Welcome back, viewers across the world and Australia, for this round 10 Adelaide Footy League Division 1 clash. Brought to you by Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. Golden Grove and Payneham Norwood Union. Golden Grove in 8th position on the ladder with a 3-6 record. Definitely playing better than an 8th position team. Whereas Payneham Norwood Union have also made the jump from Division 2 company in Division 1. Sitting 5th on the ladder with a 4-5 record. And they're leading this encounter, which is a 4-point game. And at this half-time, Sportal scoreboard, it is the Payneham Norwood Union Falcons, 8-5-53. Golden Grove, 6-5-41. 12-point buffer, half-time. Second half action only moments away. Big thank you to Sports Interactive and Filming Footy for all their support, as well as the Adelaide Footy League. Big thanks also Sportal scoreboard and also Han Ultra Low Carb. Great taste, ultra low carb. How good? Filming Footy for their footy stats. Powered by Dartfish, Farmers Leak for the Coach of the Week award. And the best on ground receives the Archie's pair of thongs. Magnificent thongs they are. Get yourself a pair from your local Archie's store. And the snag of the day, we've already adjudicated that and given it to Joshua Glenn for his left foot pocket rocket. And he's won the kilo of gourmet snags brought to you by Jag Meatworks at Arndale. Who will jag the snag of the day? The winner is Joshua Glenn. And he might also be in contention for goal of the week, which is brought to you by Born to Build. The prize donated by the Wakefield Sports Clinic. And the mark of the week, brought to you by Bianco, receives a $100 voucher. Second half action. It's going to be an absolute belter. Goal fest first half. Who's going to win remains to be seen. As the shadows of the grandstand officially unveiled as a playing grandstand and new club rooms and change rooms for the first time. Round 10, Adelaide Footy League action. So Robinson up against Kelly. Great first half by both players. Rinse and repeat because that's Matty Nunn streaming through with the clearance. Dropping the ball there was Dodd. Couldn't quite take the mark. Little poke. Only lands as far there as Felix Scrimger. It was a late in Scrimger. Kicks to the hot spot. Won't make any targets as Tom Robinson chimes in. Switches play. Dangerous kick looking for Lewis Johnson. Under some form of duress from Sparkle. Just trickles it along the boundary line. Looking for some yardage and some clear space. Wagner gives it back to Spence. Spence to McKenzie. And great work by Antopoulos, the Scrim Shady lookalike. So Antopoulos not much on. As Golden Grove look to get themselves in an offensive position after being on the back foot early doors of this premiership quarter. Antopoulos goes down the line. Not his best kick. Straight to Tommy Wagner with 2 first half goals. Had a superb start. So Wagner goes inboard. Spence plays on. Been a damaging player so far this season. Jackson Martin almost comes from 3 deep. Couldn't take the mark. Shenton looking to clean up. Kicks down the line and finds Hable. Hable goes straight away. Back to Shenton. Nice looking kick. Chisler to Templeton. So the captain leading from the front, Shenton. And Templeton takes a very timely mark. And Cameron Shenton's just lifted the kookaburras on his shoulders. And looking for the third term opener is Templeton, the Adelaide Crows top up player. Slide angle, 30 out. Drilled it! So Templeton kicks his second. And he's got 2 goals. Could have easily had 4 goals, Templeton. He looked very, very damaging up forward. And very dangerous, particularly in the absence of White Patterson, who we believe may have broken his leg in the first half. Stretch it off in the first quarter. And that's, although it's a difficult injury to overcome, They do have big Lenny Pascoe coming back next week, the Golden Grove boys. He kicked 8 goals in the first 2 games of the season, big Lennox. And he'll be a welcome return to the Kookaburras outfit next week. So back to the middle, Robinson up against Kelly. Robinson gets the tap, overrunning all comers. Banwell links up, Cavallaro over the just played it in his hands before he got it. And is held up there by Patrick Sanzo, the captain of the Falcons. So Cavallaro almost off to the races. Good tap by Kelly, gives it to Nunn, and an impressive first half. Sanzo just pokes it out the back. Almost caught. There's Jed Spence. The pressure meter is risen up here at Harper's Field. So Robinson started well in the second half, goes out to Nunn. As we mentioned, he's got leather poisoning thus far. Strong tackling from behind by Hable. Cavallaro, can he jump on that ball? Goes towards Templeton. Templeton couldn't quite pick it up. Left foot, direct kick. Just slicing there was Blades and across the face for a minor score. So Sportal scoreboard lighting up for the home team. And they've done all the scoring so far in this second half. So McKenzie doing the kick-in duties. Not his best kick, turned over. Chance for a second goal on this third term here for Golden Grove. None. They go through to Wagner, goes down the line. Oh, had his legs taken from underneath, and that absolutely can destroy your coccyx bone. And Hodges has been dangerously tunnelled here. Very slow to get to his feet, hasn't got to his feet as of yet. And a bruised coccyx bone is one of the most annoying injuries you can possibly get because they linger on forever and ever. So Hodges eventually gets to his feet, bounces up, long, strong kick down the line. No mark taken and punched away towards the boundary line with the golden fist. Kept in, goes to Jackson Martin, slippery, and unfortunately he's been adjudicated as out of bounds. Jackson Martin with 3 first half goals. Huge start in his first A-grade game for the Payneham Newwood Union Falcons. Ball thrown in, 40 from home for the Falcons. Robinson gets the tap. Secondary tap from Robinson. Under an enormous amount of duress. Couldn't quite pick up the ball as Jackson Martin. They go back again. McKenzie in a one-on-one. Probably almost gave away the free kick. Manages not to. Kick to the top of the square. Good punch at the back. Almost worth a kick. Danthropoulos under a huge amount of duress. And umpire says my ball. We'll have the ball up about 40 metres from home for the Falcons, who are yet to add to their half-time score. Good tap by Hodges. Out the back. Strong tackling by Lewis Johnson. Tap by Robinson. And it looks like we'll have another repeat ball up. Pressure meter certainly rising as we speak. Wagner almost tries to go as the third man up. Couldn't quite get to the contest. Worked by Banwell. Kick by Sanzo to the hot spot. Jackson Martin just juggles it. Couldn't quite take the mark. Sun in his eyes. Go at the back there to Lewis Johnson. He's got a beautiful kick and thumps this one out of his defensive line in the direction of Slater in a 1-on-3. Not much support for Slater. Good work there by Magna. No mark taken. Cavallaro on the left peg goes down the line to Slater. Strong mark by the big man. So Slater got to cut the targets on, goes deep in the direction of Templeton. Takes his mark. So it's the Slater-Templeton show in the third quarter. And the cream's starting to rise as Templeton really injecting himself into this contest now. Missed one from a closer distance in the first quarter. Same angle. Won't be making the same mistake twice. And he slops it! So Templeton with his second for the third quarter. And Golden Grove hit the lead for the first time this afternoon. Actually, the second time. They haven't had the lead since the opening goal. And very timely one. It was a 7.5 minutes down, third term. And Golden Grove, scoreboard lighting up for Sportle. And that is 8-7-55 to 8-5-53. 2-point margin. Game on! So the first two goals of this second half going to Templeton and the Kookaburras. Starting to win the midfield battle too. The Kookaburras comes out the back to Sanzo. Drifts out wide looking for Jackson Martin. No mark taken. Good contest. Got some wheels. Jackson Martin. Can he use them? Good recovery there by Campbell. Little beautiful poke there by Matty Knight. And I think it's Hodges right in front of that sponsorship mound on the back up part of that oval there of Harper's Field. Goes the right foot snapper, does Hodges. High up and under, got the belly of the ball. Viney couldn't take the mark, ball comes to ground. Some strong tackling there. And the ball's held up about 25 from home for the Falcons. Good punt by Robinson. Comes towards Banwell. Not the best bounce for him. Sanzo gives it to Spence. Left foot. Beautiful kick. Untouched on the line by Thatcher. The ever-reliable Thatcher gets a fingernail on it. And that would have been an instrumental goal there from Jed Spence. And not to be. So playing on immediately out of the full-back position goes to Pittman. Probably not your strongest target. Oh, and a free kick given away. And dumb free kick is the day there by Kelly. So the Ruckman's given away the free kick to the Rover. Got sucked right in, goes to Shepherd on the 45. Haven't called his name too often this afternoon, Shepherd. Got a player on the middle. Finds him. Johnson, using his wealth of experience, streams through. Goes in the direction of Slater. Can't take the mark. Benwell! And I tell you what, young Kelly's been told all about it. Scrimjib and Cavallaro just having a little word to each other. And all of a sudden, Banwell's got 3, and the Kookaburras got their wings back in the flight. 10.5 down, third term Sportle scoreboard. 9-7, 67. 8-6, 54. So 3 goals to 1 point in this third term. And it's all Golden Grove at home. Good tap by Heath. Streaming away there is Nunn. Geez, he's played a brilliant game. Gives to Campbell. Right foot snapper, standing start. I think Thatcher's touched it again, has he? Goal! So great goal there to Jacob Campbell. Standing start, right foot snapper, and a much needed goal here for the Falcons, as it's been one-way traffic for the Kookaburras thus far in the third quarter. And back to a 1 point margin on the Sportle scoreboard. What a brilliant game we've had so far here at the Harper's Field, celebrating this beautiful club rooms, grandstand, change rooms. It has got everything, state of the art. Two coaches, Barmby and Cheney, will be delighted with their charges and the position of the game, although there has been some injuries. As we mentioned, Wyatt Patterson going off with potentially a season-ending leg injury. Back to the middle. Kelly gets the tap. Some smart work, gets it to Nunn. Really starting to ramp up his game in the second half. Goes to Hodges. No mark taken. Ball comes to the ground. Jackson Martin. Silky. Can't quite pick it up. Ball comes out the back. They'll go to Spence. Off a standing start. Payne takes the mark. I don't think it is Payne. Might be Hassiak. Goes short to Johnston. So Johnson will look to use his raking right foot down the line in the direction potentially of Slater. Goes the switch, goes to Xanthopoulos. Geez, he's picked off one there. Beautiful kick by Johnston. Xanthopoulos wheels and deals over the head there of Lim. Banwell looking to get that ball continued. I think they've called it back, have they not? Cavallaro. No one knew what was going on. And looks like Banwell wrote his own ticket there and said, Cavallaro, have a shot on goal, old Trout. So Cavallaro played his part today. 1 goal to his name, a beautiful left foot snapper in the first term. Lines up for goal number 2. Lovely approach. Has he snuck it? He's happy! The Cav! Exhilarating third term from the Kookaburras, 4 goals to 1, and they're out to a 7-point margin as we enter the halfway phase of the third quarter. Excellent skill acquisition there from Lewis Johnson, just slicing and dicing to Anthropoulos in the middle of the ground. Bit of confusion reigned through that half-forward line as Banwell found Cavallaro, and Cavallaro did the dishes. So back to the middle. Outstanding start. Kelly gets up. Ball comes to ground. Some good work there in the middle. Altamore taken down in a harsh tackle. Kelly off the ground, won't be 15 regardless. Some good work there by Wagner. He's held up in a tackle, have a ball up 40 from home for the Falcons. So next goal crucial in the context of this game. Good work there by Wagner. Gets it out towards Nunn. Right foot inside out, goal! So Matty Nunn, full of class. And using his wealth of 182 games of experience at Norwood, kicks his 6th goal of the season. And there's a key reason why he's going to be in the best players 10 out of 10 games. Slice, dice, Nunn, goal. So Sporter's scoreboard is lining up. It's even, Stephen. 66 apiece. 15 minutes down. Third term. Game on. We've got a thriller on our hands here at Harper's Field. Sun brightly shining in Robinson's eyes, the ruckman. Ball comes to ground. It's good work there at ground level. And the umpire says, let's have a secondary ball up as Giannini gives the ball back to the umpire. Good tap by Robinson. Sorry, by Heath. Good work by Joshua Glenn. Just claws it back in. Off one step. Drifts across to the left side of the points for a minor score after getting the Jag Meatworks snag of the day. Right in front of our broadcast box. Very casual there. McKenzie to Nunn. He'd have to have close to 35 possessions already. Over his head, Anthopoulos. It's over Giannini's head. Templeton rushes through. Stater inside out. Touched. So some great work by Scrimgeour on the last line of defence. And manages to get a finger on that one. Slater just didn't quite, might have been Shepherd actually, just didn't quite get enough on that. So McKenzie with his ever trustworthy left foot, the quarterback. Lays on, almost smothered in the end. And that was actually clearly over the boundary line. We weren't asked for a review on that one, but play to the umpire's whistle, they say. So Heath up against Kelly. Good work by Kelly with a 2-palmer. Goes back to Banwell. Banwell goes to Johnson, to Tomney. Nice kick by Tomney. Can't quite take the mark with Slater. Pittman just gives the dusty fend off. Banwell, being dangerous. Rushed over bounds there was Hayball. ever so dangerously because Hable ran into the pit dog. And the pressure meter is right up here with scores level. 17.5 down. Third turn goes back to Pittman. To Shepherd. Not 15 play on. Kelly just whacks it out with an inside-out torpedo in the direction of... there's Jackson Martin. Beautiful long raking hand pass. Sparkle just gets thrown out of the contest. Jackson Martin gets his skates on. Geez, he's got some wheels. Some beautiful work there by Jackson Martin. Gets it to the top of the 50. It's out to Paulus. You better get out of the way because here comes Hodges. And ball held up at the top of the 50. So crowd starting to really get excited here at Harpers Field, and so they should. We've got a ripper on our hands. Good tap there. Goes towards Shepherd. Gets his kick out of the contest. Won't be 15. Umpire sees it that way. And young Scrimger plays on. Left foot to the hot spot. Good mark in the end. Great mark there. In the end to Shenton, the ever-reliable defender. So he switches play. Loves going out the far side. Why wouldn't you? Because you got Mitchell Payne on. He's got a paddock in front of him. Gets rid of it immediately. Goes in the direction of Lim. Needs a kind bounce. Does, but just taps it back to his immediate opponent there in McKenzie. The umpire and the supporters and the players, for that matter, not real sure what's going on, but McKenzie goes down the line. Good punch by Dodd. Tries to keep it in. Wasn't his best option. Ball coming towards Wagner. Beautiful hands by the big man. Picks it up. Wheels and deals. Can't quite take it. There's Spence. Drifting out the back to a 3-on-2. Goal pending. And that is a goal. Beautiful goal out of Matty Nunn. He's got 3. So great work there by Nunn. Who appears to have been resting there. He's just followed the play up. So lead change. We're out to a 4-point margin on the Sportal scoreboard. Very hard to see that far side scoreboard. So 72 plays 68. 4-point margin, 20 minutes down. Third turn. So all the big guns come to play in the third term. Robinson back in the ruck, up against Hodges. Good tap by Robinson. Hot potato at ground level as the pressure meter continues to rise. Good work there by Pittman. Tries to get out the back to Johnston. Some good work there by Sanzo. So is Kristanjic. Heavy lifting by Shepherd. And Tomney under an enormous amount of pressure. He's been done for holding the ball. Almost raffle off the holding the ball there. And a 25 to Giannini. And Sparkle and Shepherd just say a nice little hello to each other. So Giannini looks like he's too far out from home, looking for an option and a lead up. Finally providing that target, goes short, he does find his target, and goes to Nunn. Had an absolute stack of the pill this afternoon and has kicked 3 goals. Probably a bit too far from home, almost kicking into the teeth of this breeze. Deliberate approach. Just kicks it to about 20 from home. One for the high flyers, no mark taken. Going down there with Thatcher, I believe. Still yet to get up. Just gets to his feet. Good punch there by Wagner. Dodd also having a crack at it, but couldn't quite get it fist enough on the ball. The umpire calls my ball. 30 from home, directly in front of the Falcons' goal. We've had 22 minutes down in this third term. So Wagner up against Robinson. Stack of players in that contest. Kick out of no man's land. And just drifts through for a minor score. A rushed 1. As Jackson Martin got to the contest a little bit late to do any damage. So Dodd to do the kicking duties, goes straight up the guts to Cavallaro. Needed to be centimetre perfect and it wasn't. Nunn's there again. Matty Nye gives Wagner the 1-2. Nye goes out wide to a one-on-one contest. Some great work at ground level. Kicks to the hot spot. No mark taken by Kristanzig. Ball at ground level. Fierce contest at the moment. Smart kick to Ultimore. Plays on immediately. He's got 2 in the square. Finds Jackson Martin. So Jackson Martin, 3 first half goals, will line up for number 4. What a wonderful day out he's had in his debut. Terrific work there by Ultimore. And he had 2 in the goal square. And Jackson Martin with a strong mark. Lines up for his 4th. Gives himself a fair run up, which is great to see. Good maturity on his shoulders early. And he's drilled it for his 4th. What a debut from Brandon Jackson Martin. 2 in the first, 1 in the second and 1 in the third, and he's got 4. The Falcons out to 11-point margin. 24 minutes down, third term. What a seesawing encounter we've had. And just when you think one side's getting on top, the other one claws themselves back into the game. So time on third term, these goals are worth their weight in gold, particularly with some ascendancy on the line for the last quarter. And I hope the ladies have got their nails out there, because there won't be any fat ladies singing this afternoon. The nails will be chewed off. Slater injected into the ruck. We'll give them plenty. Kick off the ground, goes in the direction of Cavallaro. He's been tripped. Pittman plays on. Umpire's called it back, as he did. He blew the whistle early. And Pittman will be thanking that. Should have been 25. He's held on that for a long while there, Sanzo, to let his teammates get back off the mark. So smart work by Sanzo, holding play up in game number 182. Still allowing his defenders to get behind the ball, but Cavallaro will line up for goal number 3. Goes short, tumble punt. So Cavallaro unfortunately called to play in. Interesting call by the umpire. Heath takes the ruck against Kelly. Kelly gets the tap. Strong work at ground level. That ball is going nowhere. And I don't know how they pull these free kicks out, because there's no prior. But them's the breaks, or at least the umpire is consistent. And Jake Pittman, who's battled manfully, will line up for his first. So the 2023 Division 2 medalist has had one of his hardest games so far in Division 1 company, going up against Matty Nunn. Would love to snag one here, the Pit Dog. So Pittman 30 out, relatively straight. Oh, he's hit the post 3/4 of the way up. So goal begging there, and he'll be certainly ruining that opportunity, the Pit Dog. So Mackenzie, plenty of players on, just pick your poison at the moment. Got 2 on in the pocket, grandstand side. Goes straight up the guts looking for Vine. He's overcooked the kick. Payne with the sun in his eyes, couldn't take the mark. Goes to Heath. Got one over the top. Glenn to Pittman. Pittman back to Glenn off one step. Slice. Canwell couldn't take the mark. Comes out again towards Hasiak. Trunched in the back. Low free paid. Off the ground there was Kristanzig. Foot race to Tommy Wagner. Peeled out the back. Tommy Wagner, left foot snapper. He's goaled it. And them's the breaks. Could have been a goal down here to Pittman and almost another opportunity to kick a goal. They go straight down the other end and kick a goal with the counter-attack. So Tommy Wagner with 3, Matty Dunn with 3, and Brandon Jackson Martin with 4. Doing all the damage. So the Sportal scoreboard's now got a 16-point margin. And we've had 5 goals to 4 again in the third. So goal fest here at Harpers Field. (13-7) playing 10-9. Siren imminent for the third quarter time break. Some good work there by Glenn. Takes on 3, can't get through, held up. Kick to the hot spot, there's a stack of players on here. Good punch in the end by Payne, worth the kick, but only goes back to Giannini. Dishes off. Scrimger can't find his target there in Hodges, and the ball goes over his head and we'll have a throw in about 40 from home for the Falcons. So can the Grove get one against the Grain late, or can the Kookaburras stretch their lead? Good kick at the last second to the hot spot. Hodges under the pump. Anthropoulos tries to get a hand pass and get that ball out there as soon as he could. It's good work there by Johnson. Ball's held up. 35 from home for the Falcons. 30th minute mark, third term. And a bit of a stalemate as the stoppages continue to build. Ball comes to Tomney. Stolen out of mid-air there by Brahui. Matty Nunn straight through the middle of the points. So Matty Nunn clearly the best man on the ground at the moment. And we'll give this Division 1 medal a real shake-up at the end of the year. So Shenton to do the kick-in duties. Plays on, goes long. Jackson Martin in the box seat, unanswered and uncontested. Switches the ball, wobbling kick, not his best one. Saved by the siren. So three-quarter time, 16-point margin on the Sportal scoreboard. And a huge quarter by the Falcons, who started slowly. It was all Golden Grove in the first half of this third term. We'll quickly go through the goal kickers before we have our three-quarter time break. And for Payneham Nord units, young Brandon Jackson Martin, exciting Indigenous talent with 4 snags in 3 quarters. Matty Nunn's been everywhere, 3 goals. Tommy Wagner also 3. And singles to Jacob Candle with his standing right foot snapper in the third term. Joseph Kastangid and Harrison Viney, who kicked his goal in the second term. Over to the home team. Jed Banwell's got 3. Jacob Templeton kicked 2 in the third term he's got 3 as well. Cavallaro with 2, and singles to Glenn and Slater. We'll bring back all the final quarter action after these key messages. Final quarter action, round 10 footy, Adelaide Footy League Division 1. Brought to you by Classic Clashes, celebrating grassroots greatness. Robinson up against Kelly, gets the tap. Does Robinson. So 16-point margin in favour of Payneham Norwood Union. Got a goal fest here at Harpersfield. Cavallaro drills a worm burning bouncy ball through the forward 50. Dodson played another ripping game. Comes out towards Hayball, sells a bit of candy. Right foot little snapper, called to play on as Connor Dodd. Kicks a beautiful little ball over the top there. Not sure if that's limb, I think it is. Tough angle. So desperate to get this first goal here, Golden Grove. Started the third quarter in scintillating fashion, but couldn't maintain their rage as the Falcons fought their way back in. He's kicked it! What a goal by the little limb! And Alexander Lim, what an inspirational story. First A-grade game in 672 days back in round 8. So just before the June long weekend bye, played his first game in 672 days. I'll let you do the math. Inspirational by the little pocket rocket. And it is game on here at Harpersfield. 11-point the margin on the Sportal scoreboard. 2 minutes down, final turn. Shadows of this magnificent establishment well and truly taking over the ground, and a bit of chill in the air, which we don't mind. It is a winter sport. Robinson, good tap by Kelly. Work by Robinson, dishes out to Shenton, who's gone into the middle. Goes to Templeton, probably been the most damaging forward for the Kookaburras. Deep kick towards Dodd's gone up forward. Dodd right foot kick. Needs a kind bounce, doesn't get one as it drifts across the face for last possession out of bounds. So Dodd, interesting to see him go forward, but he did kick 23 goals in his 2023 campaign, so can kick a snag. And they need some goals out of him with Wyatt Patterson out with a season-ending injury. Jackson Martin couldn't take the mark. Ball comes to ground. So moving and wooving there by Shenton. Slater has his ball smothered. Xanthopoulos taken out of the contest. It's a good work there. Jackson Martin whacks it on the boot. Nice high up and under for his best mate, and Hodges couldn't take the mark. Probably skittled and could have been pushed in the back. No free kick paid. And some strong tackling at ground level there by Hayball. Tap by Robinson, goes to Pittman. Pittman goes to Shenton. They do have a 1-on-3, need the roll of the dice. Shenton probably kicks a little bit too far out in front there of Dodd, but gets on his left foot. Needs to drill this. He's hit the posts. So the local Kookaburras almost falling off their perch. Such was the suspense of the Dodd kick. Margin back to 10 points. Dodd looking dangerous forward, and that's exactly what the Kookaburras need. So McKenzie doing the kick-in duties. He's had a fair crack at the titles. 10 times out of that full-back position. Ball comes to the half-forward line. Almost holding his feet there was Kristanzik, and Payne. He's in a bit of pain. So Cavallaro not overly happy with the treatment of Payne, and Payne are yet to get up. Hope he's okay. They've called for the trainer. Has not moved, Mitchell Payne. Starting to make some movement here, Payne. His play is being called to a grinding halt. And we saw in the first term when Wyatt Patterson was stretched off that it really got the Kookaburras back on track. And we hope that this injury mishap, as much as it is debilitating to see Mitchell Payne down there, will hopefully kicks them back into gear. So I think they're going to call for the player to immediately come on the field. Looks like Payne. He's getting to his feet now. Looking very groggily though. Looks like he'll probably be out for the rest of the day with concussion, Mitchell Payne. And that's a big loss because he's a wonderful defender and a huge servant. Joint best and fairest with Pittman. I think in the premiership year last year. Some good work. Cavallaro high up and under. He's definitely got the 15 in the height department. Some strong body work. Been a free kick. Paid against McKenzie. So Lim goes to Johnston. Johnson with a deep ball. Looking for Banwell out the back. Dodson interferes. Strong tackling. And is held up 40 metres from home. Nice tap there by Dodd. Good work there, but playing the goalkeeper there is Shirley. So Shirley, amazingly, has played, this Payneham Nord Union is his 10th club. So Shirley gets on that left foot, goes out looking for Giannini. Experienced campaigner, goes to the 45 and finds Matty Nye, the captain. Impressive stat there with Jordan Shirley, 10th club. So Nye goes down the line looking for McKenzie. Tried to play for the free kick in the end. It's good work there by Shepherd. Ate a bit of the Harpersfield turf. Sparkle gives to Nunn. Got one over the top. Goes to Kristanjic. Just about wide. He's dropped the ball. Kristanjic. So Shenton, cool, calm and collected. Goes to Hable. Goes down the line to Templeton. Needs a mark. Drifts out. And highly disputed. Boundary umpire earning his coin today as they switch the ball out to Samuel Scrimger. Scrimger plays on. Left foot. Goes out to the far side and a one-on-one to Wagner and Johnston. Wagner strong jukes, takes the mark, slow to get to his feet. Bit of cramp in the calf. Could also be burning the clock. Finally gets to his feet like nothing happened. So Wagner, 3 goals to his name, in top form with 19 goals for the season. Goes long down the line. Robinson should have taken the mark but didn't. Ball comes to the ground to Kristanjic, walks into some trouble. Viney goes to Nunn for goal number 4, across the face of goals. Drifts and stays that way. And Shenton with the last possession out of bounds recipient. Nunn had Jackson Martin inside the corridor but ignored that option. And unfortunately it goes out of play. Shenton takes the free kick, goes towards Robinson and Slater. Good tap by Slater, gets it to Tomney. Strong tackle by Giannini, and we'll have a ball up 60 metres from home for the Falcons. So next goal, critical in the whole scheme of things. Some good work there by Matty Nunn. He's got a little digit hanging out his nose at the moment. Some good work there by Hassick. Goes to Johnson, in a bit of trouble. Last possession out of bounds, they kept it. And a small reprieve. And the boundary umpire certainly earned his money this afternoon. So ball thrown in. Good body work by Hodges. Some smart work by Rahui. So Taj Rahui does the damage. And a goal to the Falcons. And we're back out to a 16-point margin. 9.5 minutes down, fourth quarter. And the Sportal scoreboard just starting to get away from Golden Grove. So Taj Rahui, former South Australian under-16 representative. Really damaging goal there. Highly skilled player, slippery, and a real good strong burst of speed. So back to the middle. Robinson gets up high. Good tap to Pittman. Lewis Johnson whacks it on his boot in the direction of Cavallaro. Sort of eased out of the contest in the end. Some strong work there at ground level by Lim, and we'll have a ball up. So it's time for go here for Golden Grove. If they're going to win this game, they need to go now. Pittman at ground level. Been hard work for him today. Comes out to the contest towards Wagner and Shenton. Shenton just moves him under the ball. Looking for some help. Pushed over there was Tomney and receives the free kick. And reasonably quiet today, Tomney. Plays on, goes in the direction of Dodd. Great mark! Bianco contender from Dodd. In fact, it's Kane Blades. So Kane Blades, it doesn't mind a screamer. It was the recipient of our round 8 mark of the week for Bianco. And a nice little contender again. And I think he was in contention last week as well. So Kane Blades loves a goal. 56 goals for Ardrossan back in 2018. He'd trade a few of them in right now. So Blades with the stutter step line up. Looks a beautiful kick off the boot. Drifts wide in the end for a minor score. So points aren't going to do it. 15-point margin, Sportal scoreboard. Almost 11 and a half minutes down. Final term. So they go the 1-2. Back to McKenzie. Giannini might get it back. Sorry, it was Matty Nunn. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie with his beautiful left boot goes towards Viney. Gives away the free kick every day of the week there. So Robinson looking to give it off. Big man not overly confident in his own kick. Goes down the line to Templeton and Co. And uncontested in the end there was McKenzie. So Sting almost taken out of this contest. Sanzo on short. Goes to Shirley. As we mentioned, amazingly in Payneham Norwood Union is his 10th club. Hodges giving second and third leads. Decides to go longer down the line to Viney and Co. Good punch by Kelly. Couldn't take the mark. Secondary attempt. Goes to Pittman. To Johnson. He's got a couple on in the middle. One of them is Tomney. Just got some sun in his eyes. Some smart work there by Sanzo. Gets it out at the back again, Sanzo. Goes to Wagner. Does he go short or does he go long? He goes long in the direction of Jackson Martin. 1-on-1. Kick 4 already. Ends up Spark. Oh, it's almost the smother of the year. And he's paid it to Sparkle. So Sparkle. It looked like it was the smother of the year, but unfortunately, goal umpire is the closest to the action and had the wind knocked out of him, lost the cup. The spark plug, Sparkle. And Sparkle almost a goal a game player for Payneham Norwood Union. And made to earn that one. So game match winning league of 21 points now for the Falcons. Still only 14 minutes down. Still time for a comeback if Golden Grove are good enough. Comes to Banwell. It's good work there again by Giannini. Goes to Wagner. Well done by Shenton. Just kicks across to his best mate, Lewis Johnson. Johnson on to Dodd, who's gone back into defence. He's got Josh Glenn. Oh, not his best kick there. Doddy's handed that one over to Wagner. So Wagner goes to Shirley. Starting to burn a bit of the clock. Plenty of time left. Shirley in unfamiliar territory. Been on the last line of defence for most of today. Nice left foot looking kick. Goes in the direction of Hodges. No mark taken. Comes down to Kostanzik. And ball is held up. About 30 from home for the Falcons. Good punch by Hodges. Dishes out the back to none, not 15 you would have thought. Rahui told to play on and does. It lands right in the lap of Lewis Johnston at the top of the goal square. So Johnston bites off plenty again, goes to Robinson. Beautiful field kick, Lewis Johnson. Goes back to Johnston. Johnston long down the line in the direction of Templeton and Slater. Strong mark by Slater. Oh, Blades it is, sorry. So Blades goes into the middle, goes to Heath, pops one over the top. Got to go. Hayball looking for a target. Can the Cav hold up? Beautiful looking right foot snapper. Just drifts to the left there. So Shenton's gone up forward. People forget Shenton was the leading goal kicker for Norwood in the late 2010s. So Shenton going up forward, swapping with Dodd. So Coach Barmby moving the magnets. Uncontested again. On that far side was Wagner. Just burning a bit of the clock now. Felix Scrimger. He can go back. Decides to go down the line. Jackson Martin just gets the punch on it and just drifts it down to Altamore. Good work by Heath intercepting that ball. Cavallaro didn't get a kind bounce. Ball has drifted back. Scrimger goes and kicks through the middle to Kelly. Kelly has Rahui. Goes out even wider to Shirley. Shirley's a nice looking left foot kick. Just shortens it up. Probably too short for his targets. Shepherd goes out the back to Slater. Xanthopoulos under an enormous amount of duress. And some strong work by Adam Heath. Holds it up for a ball up. Good tap by Robinson to Slater. Slater playing rover. Kicks back to what would have been his direct opponent in Shirley. Shirley, well cut off there by Dodd. So can they get something going here, Golden Grove? Or is it too little too late? That's the $64,000 question at the moment. Bittman goes to Johnston. Johnston goes out wide, tries to really open up the game. And he has opened it up. He's opened it up for his defence. Heath almost throws it away. Some smart work there by Hable off the ground. Can he get it out of the danger zone? Gets to his feet. Looking for some help. Some smart work in the end by Hassick. Goes long down the line to a 1-on-2. Some smart work there by Dodson. And ball is held up. And I think we've got a sling tackle free kick to Campbell. And we have. So Campbell kicked a beautiful goal in the third term. Goes long, deep inside forward 50. Robinson tries to claim the mark, couldn't take it in the end. Ball comes out to Hodges, and he's held up right at the top of the 50-metre paint. So 18.5 played, final term. It's Payneham Norwood Union. 20 points on the Sportal scoreboard. Can Golden Grove mount something late? Not with a kick like that, they won't. So Scrimger, Coiver cooks the kick. Here's a chance for Shenton, pops it over the top to Templeton, needs a kind bounce, so he's pushed off the ball. Still in a chance to kick the goal. Now he's done like a dinner, and I think he's done holding the ball. He is. So it's a good work by Shirley on the last line of defence, not 15 play on, says the umpire. Pump the ball outside the defensive 50. Goes to Altamore. Altamore goes short. Finds a target at half forward. And Campbell. Campbell goes deep in the direction of Viney inside 450. Couldn't take the marks. Good work by Anthopoulos. Slater. Bit of a right foot, left foot there. Goes to Lewis Johnston. He's got to cut the players out wide, so the game's really opened up.
But smart work by Blades. Blades goes to Shenton, running out of tarmac. Pops one over the top to Tomney. Needs to use his youthful exuberance. He does. Pokes it to the hot spot. Great mark! And a strong mark. And Joshua Glenn, who's been relatively quiet in the second half, has an opportunity to get his team some momentum in the back half of this final term. 20 minutes down, he'll need to get it on with it relatively quickly. And he slots it. So Joshua Glenn, he's kicked 2. 14 points to margin. Golden Grove had 3 more goals left in the tank. So game open right up. "21 minutes down, final term. 15-8 plays 12-12. Been an excellent game. Real seesawer. Payneham Norwood Union in control for a decent amount of the game, although Golden Grove fought back really well in the third term. Good punch by Robinson. And never given up has been Jake Pittman. So Shenton goes as the third man up, trying to influence himself on the game and inspire his troops. Strong attack there by Hassick. Demands Slater to come to the ball. Some good work there by Dodson. Careful Slater, and holds him up. So Slater spent probably 5 to 8 minutes up in defence. Now gone back up forward. Shenton going up as the third man up again. Just trying to get some momentum for his side. Tomney, right foot snapper. Dangerous spot. Can Cavallaro run onto it? No, he can't. And we'll have a throw in about 20 from home for the Kookaburras. So I once heard a song say, "It's now or never," and it is for Golden Grove. One more goal for Payneham Norwood Union will sink the ship. One more goal will make it very interesting, and that's not going to do it. Slater punches. Comes to Cavallaro, hits the post. I think that's the 4th poster this afternoon for the Kookaburras. Looking dangerous there with Cavallaro. So straight up the guts to Dodson. Game is open right up. Dodson got a really strong kick on him, goes the direction of Wagner. Almost took the mark, not paid. Blades interferes. They turn it over. Some good work. Far side, they're queuing up here, the Kookaburras. Can they get some reward for effort? Goes over the top to Glenn. Just needs to keep it in. Run out of bounds. Gets through 1, tackle 2. And the umpire said, "We'll throw it in, lads." "23.5 minutes down. Slater almost grabs it out of the ruck. Just need an opportunist goal there. Didn't have the players in the right spot. That might be holding the ball. Oh, it's a push. So Jed Banwell tried to put the clamps on, but went in the back. Cavallaro holds up McKenzie. Great distribution. Him and Nunn have been in tremendous touch. With the 1-2 counter punch, they've been superb. Nunn goes to 45, finds Dodson. You can imagine he'll be close to the best players again this afternoon, Dodson. Robinson in the box seat, if he can get to the contest. Goes through all hands. Coming out the back to Sparkle, can't pick it up. And Matty 9, Lewis Johnson, very happy to see that one go out of play. So Shenton with a double punch, goes in the direction of Pittman. Pit Dog just punches, needs Slater to get a good bounce. Can he keep it in, the big man? Runs off the shins of Shirley, somehow keeps it in. Matty Nye, right foot snapper, not going to be the 15 required. Ball comes to ground, some smart work there by Johnson and Tomney. Tomney needs to settle, does, hits the hot spot. Need a mark, no mark taken. Blades will get the free kick. So Blades will need to get on his bike. He's already kicked one this quarter. Kicks it over the top. Unfortunately over the head there of Lim. Probably should have gone back and slotted that. It's a smart work by Hable. Managed to maintain possession. Not 15. Running out of tarmac from off the one step. Slater can't take the mark. Keeps it in. Great work by Slater. Would be a miracle goal from there. But unfortunately it is marked right on the last line of defence by McKenzie. Had another stack of it today, McKenzie. Straight mark by Wagner with the big jukes. So I've been instructed by Matty Nunn to hold it up. And it is a task too far now for Golden Grove, 26 minutes down. Wagner goes long down the line in the direction of Hodges, and Jackson Martin goes out the back. Xanthopoulos, can they roll the dice one more time? Johnson plays on immediately, thumps it. Got Blades out the back, needs a mark, comes to ground. Right foot snapper from Cavallaro as he breathes some light into the contest. So Cavallaro had a really good game today, 3 goals, had a stack of it. And all the big players have come to play today. So back to the middle, there's still a heartbeat for Golden Grove, 27 and a half almost down. Dodd in ruck. Kelly does the roving, could have been done for holding the ball. Dodd off the ground, goes to Lim. Lim needs to get rid of the hand pass, goes to Dodd. Opportunist goal begging, goes to Banwell, Xanthopoulos. It's good work there by Hayballs, not going to have the legs, and Shirley on the last line of defence takes a sounding mark. So Shirley pokes it to the pocket, there's a siren. And the Payneham Nord Union Falcons have delivered a hefty blow to the Golden Grove Kookaburras as their new grandstand, club rooms and change rooms have been unveiled today for the first time, and a well-deserved victory there to Payneham Nord Union, and that'll take their season to 5-5 and consolidate their position in the 5, whilst Golden Grove will have a 3-7 record and will continue to hover in the relegation zone, and definitely haven't played like a team that would go down at the end of the season. And a couple of missed opportunities in close games. So a wonderful game and a huge contest. Exhilarating nail biter for most of it. And go to the goal kickers. And Brandon Jackson Martin in his debut game has finished the game with 4 sausage rolls. 3 each to Matty Nunn and Tommy Wagner. And singles to Jacob Campbell, Taj Rahui, who kicked a beautiful goal in the last quarter. Tyler Sparkle, who kicked a fantastic goal, could have been smothered. And Joseph Kostanjic and Harrison Viney. 3 each to Jed Banwell and Michael Cavallaro and Jacob Templeton for the Kookaburras. 2 to Josh Glenn, singles to Alex Lim, Mitchell Slater. So players have definitely earned their money today. and very tough battle. Some couple of injuries noteworthy, particularly Wyatt Patterson, who's probably got a season-ending broken leg or knee injury. He looked terrible when he came off. And also Mitchell Payne, who come off with concussion in the last quarter. But well done to Jeremy Cheney, the former Woodville West Torrens midfield coach, who's pulled off another victory. And I've got 5-5 record with 2 really strong victories away from home against Port Districts and Golden Grove today. We'll cement them in the 5 for the time being, because there's a strong peloton chasing that top 4. Golden Grove will need to lick their wounds and move on. Upcoming games, Golden Grove will have St Peter's away, Brighton at home, Broadview away and Port District at home. So the next 4 games would basically mean they need to win 3 out of the 4, all 4, to stay in the finals hunt. Whereas the next 4 for Payneham Norwood Union, we've got Sacred Heart at home next week, Tea Tree Gully away, St Peter's away and Brighton at home. Probably looking at penciling in 2 of those at this stage. But they'll be happy with the 5-5 record, and it's definitely breathed some life into their season. We'd like to thank Classic Clashes for their sponsorship of today's game day sponsor. Big thanks to Filming Footy, Sports Interactive, our broadcast partners. Also to the Adelaide Footy League, the Sporal Scoreboard and Han Super Light, Han Ultra Low Carb. Great taste, ultra low carb, how good. Filming Footy, Footy Stats, Dartfish, powering up those Filming Footy Stats. Farmers League for the coaches of the week, best on ground, Archie's Thongs. And the snag of the day, won by Joshua Glenn in the first quarter. He'll get a kilo of gourmet sausages from Jag Meatworks. Thank you to the goal of the week, also brought to you by Born to Build and donated by the Wakefield Sports Clinic. And the Bianco Mark of the Week contender, had a late contender by Kane Blades in the final term. So a big thank you. This is Matty Gale on behalf of Filming Footy and Sports Interactive in the Adelaide Footy League. We'll see you at a game next week. Thank you very much and bye for now.
I'm not saying bad, but it's just like,